Alrighty, just doing another daily update here. Yesterday, I spent the day working for a friend that I used to work for. He goes around and he either services golf cart fleets or he builds up new cars. Like when a golf course buys all new cars, he goes in and puts them all together once they show up. And I used to do it often with him, even probably before my daughters were born. I would go out, we'd go for a few days at a time, stay different places. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Then my first daughter was born. I did it a little bit, but not as much. And then I started doing it a little more often, and then I got another job that didn't really allow me to take the time off and do that. When I was doing it more often, I was working in a restaurant, and I was able to like get shifts covered to go take a few days off. But then I started doing more of like a 9 to 5, more like a 6 to 4 job, and it was Monday through Friday. There wasn't really like, oh, I could take a few days off here and there and go do it. So that was a couple of years I hadn't, and then I did a couple jobs, and in my head I kind of remember really enjoying it. It was fun, but, and I kind of even thought the guy that, you know, he's not going to do it forever. He's not old, but he's an old, like, you know, I don't know if he's late 50s, maybe mid, something like that. I don't think he's not 60, but, you know, something that he's not going to do forever either. In my head I was like, oh, maybe this is something, if I stick it out with him, be something that I could do. And during the time of thinking that way, I was just thinking about doing it for money and trying to make more money. But I realized that I'm happy that, well, based on yesterday's 10.5-hour day, I have zero interest in ever doing that really again. I mean, it wasn't bad, it's just like, oh, you know, long day. And I've got a new pathway in life that if I had, for some reason, gone down, figured out a way to get more into that, into the golf carts more frequently, then I wouldn't have had the time and space to come up with this new pathway that I'm actually excited about. And it's not to try and make a bunch of money, it's to do something that I enjoy, make a business out of it, connect with people. I can see a lot of my interests and passions kind of around it, instead of just, you know, what I did like about the golf carts is you show up and there are like defined tasks. Like you get all of the roof supports on, and you get the roof on, and you put all the other bits on. It's just like defined tasks. The parts are there, you get it done, and you know what you're doing. The variety comes from like the different places you get to go see, you know, the different courses you go to, the different towns you travel to, different places you get to have lunch. Like that variety is cool, but the consistency of the carts being like the same, bolt is in the same spot, you just kind of crush through it, which I've learned personally, I think is like something I'm looking for, which is kind of similar to the recipe of the tortillas, like same recipe. You can use flour from different places or different, you know, there is a little bit of variation, but you can get to a point where you're kind of cranking it out and there's less, the variation will come from the different suppliers and the different places you can go, the different places that you can sell them, the different people you meet through it. But the idea of the work is like, you know, for example, another idea that I've had in the past that I've tried out is like buying and selling things off Facebook Marketplace or used cars or that stuff. But you're always having to, the variety is in, oh, okay, well, there's no really streamlined, today is, we're doing this. It's like, oh, I keep looking for something, message people. It's kind of, and even same thing with the handyman thing that I was doing. No job was the same. Everything was different. Tools were like, there was no way to show up like the carts and just have your tool set and ready to bang things out. It was like, oh, today it's replacing this, or today it's trying to fix that. Driving around, talking to people about maybe doing the next thing another day. It's like, I like the idea of having something such as a tortilla recipe and a routine that you can get into, and then let the variety that is also necessary for my brain come from other places other than having to figure out a new thing every day. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'm on my way work now. Just a lunch shift today. It's raining out. I can't imagine it's going to be too busy or crazy, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's worth going in. Oh yeah, I got just a little video that I'll probably try to overlay into here of the golf carts. I mean, it was beautiful. We were at Mount Washington, just putting their carts together. It couldn't have been a more beautiful location. And then there was a couple of military planes that flew over. That was pretty cool. That's crazy. Oh, another thing, the salt is about to arrive today. I got a notification on email that it is out for delivery, the Maine sea salt that I ordered, and I'm very excited to receive it and to see how it is. And I also got a notification from the mixer company that has been shipped. It should be here tomorrow. We'll see what happens. It's kind of crazy. I ordered it 2 days ago, a day ago maybe, or 2 days ago. So somehow they're going to ship a like 120-pound mixer in 3 days from Georgia with free shipping, which is incredible. But I mean, I shipped 8 tortillas an hour and a half north of where I live, and it cost me $14. So I don't know how. I got to just figure out. I don't really know anything about shipping. I've never shipped anything, but the math doesn't really add up on that one. I know it's a huge company. They probably have a deal where they you know, get discounts because they ship so much stuff, but something isn't adding up there. It took the tortillas like 5 days to get there too. So I don't know how that works out math-wise, but it kind of has me a little bit nervous about this mixer. Hopefully I ordered the right, I don't know. I mean, that's crazy. It said the weight of it was 120 pounds, I think, or something like that. And for that to ship in 3 days, I don't know, pretty cool. I'm excited either way. I'm gonna put my water bottle on. Anyway, I'm really excited about the mixer. I'm hoping it's not a scam. We'll see tomorrow if it shows up. And yeah, you know, this weekend, I'm working all weekend. And worst case scenario, next Monday I make a batch with it. I'm hoping I'd be able to find some time between now and then, but if I don't, early next week I'll be able to do the first batch of dough in it, see how it works. Got the dough hook in there. Yeah. And other than that, I'm just excited. I'm pumped, pushing forward, excited for what is to come with this. And I guess, yeah, that's kind of it. I guess on the level of excitement, kind of thinking recently, it's springtime, a lot of people are on vacation. Typically this time of year, I haven't been, I mean, my family and I have gone camping and stuff, but we haven't gone like away on any kind of tropical vacation ever as a family. My wife and I, probably the last time was our honeymoon years ago, but that was before we had children. We haven't really flown on any planes or gone anywhere warm with them yet, which I would like to do. But typically this time of year, I would say, wouldn't say like jealous in a negative way, but like maybe envious, I guess would be the term, of people going away. Like we have friends and family right now that I know of that are all warm places like islands in Florida. Excuse me. Typically I would be a little bit jealous or envious of those folks, but now right now I'm not. And I think the reason why is because I finally found what I want to do. Like I have a goal. It's not necessarily to just sit under a palm tree in the sun just trying to relax from my everyday life. Every vacation I've ever been on personally has kind of been a level of an escape from the reality of life, and there's just like looking for some level of relaxation, and it's usually only like 5 to 7 days, and the first day you're excited and trying to like decompress from regular life. The second day you kind of settle in. Third day you're like, oh, this could be my life forever and I'd love it. By the fourth day you're already like, oh no, this is almost over and I have to get back to what I was doing. I have to get back to what I wanted a vacation from, and then that robs you of the last like 3 or 4 days of your that robs me. I allow that to rob myself of the last several days of enjoying the time away. Now what I'm thinking with this tortilla situation, more so everything that can be involved with it, like not necessarily starting a farm per se, but like again, like I said, I'm having a hard time putting all the words out of my mouth. Everything that can be involved with it, between my goal of a methane biodigester to produce fuel and fertilizer, the fuel being used to cook the tortillas, fertilizer either sold or used to grow some of my own vegetables as like just an experiment, maybe to sell the fertilizer to other people that are looking to garden, and just finding other, like I've looked into, so that we have a local brewery in town, and you can use the, well, we have several, but you can use the spent grain from the brewing process in a methane biodigester. So maybe building some relationships with these people to get the waste product. Anyway, I have so many ideas that I don't want a vacation from, that I right now enjoy the possibility and the opportunity to explore and pursue them. It's the first time in a long time that I have, like, I'm excited about where I am right this minute. I'm not excited necessarily to be going to work. However, like in life, I don't really want to be away. I just want to be doing that. I want to be able to create more time and space to work on these projects here, right here where we are. And I'm not sure if that's coming across the way I hope it is. But I'm just feeling like grateful for having found this concept and idea that I think is worth pursuing. It's giving me hope. It's giving me like something to look forward to. It's giving me a goal. And yeah, like I said, I'm excited for these packages to come in. I'm excited for so much. I'm feeling good, feeling a little bit weird. But yeah, I mean, this morning, my daughter was playing in the driveway looking for rocks, just chilling, and it reminded me of like when I was a kid. I just like let her go out in the driveway and I was watching her from the window. It reminded me of like when I was a kid, doing simple things out in the yard, having, you know, the life was just like more simple, basic, enjoyable. And that reminded me of my grandmother watching me out her window. She was drinking her tea while I was playing in the driveway, and I'm like, some of my first memories. So I'm at the point where I'm like, all right, my daughter's first, like, not to say she doesn't remember anything, she has a great memory, but long term in her life, some of the first memories that she's going to remember forever, besides like what's in photos, are like coming online right now. And I want to be in a place in life where the memories are enjoyable, and it's less of like, I don't want her to remember me in a negative way, not in a negative way, but like just not knowing. Like I have found what I believe to be a pathway that if we pursue it and it all works out, it could, you know, it could supply our family with what we need to live a good life, a simple life, and like a connected with our surroundings life, grounded. I don't know. Got a lot of words in my head, and I've realized through making these videos that it's harder to get them out in a organized way than I would have ever thought. If that makes any sense. They're helping me though, and I hope that they are providing value to somebody out there at some point, if not just for my own record. See how this goes. Like, it's been, I think, maybe 16 days now of trying to record at least a little bit of the process that I'm going through right now, and the steps forward that we're making, and the progress. Not every day is majorly, you know, productive. However, I think we've been making steps. We got so much going on that we didn't have going on last month, and I think if we can just get the snowball going, right? Like, just get it going. You got to start with a little ball, a little snowball, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get it going, trying to gain some traction, trying to roll that snowball down the hill and get it bigger. And yeah, I appreciate you watching. I got to get to work, and I hope everybody out there is having a great day. Adios.